In the history of Silicon Valley, failure is common, but usually startups fail because they run out of money. They fail because they are small, scrappy, and unknown. But in 2020, one company tried to defy gravity. They didn't start in a garage. They started with nearly $2 billion in cash. They had the backing of every major Hollywood studio. They had the former CEO of Disney and the former CEO of Hewlett-Packard. They promised to revolutionize the way we watch television. They told us that the future was vertical, that the future was Quibi. And 6 months later, it was all gone. This isn't just a story about a bad app. It's a story about hubris, a clash of cultures, and the most expensive mistake in modern media history. This is the rise and fall of Quibi.
The interface response is instantaneous. Unbelievable. This changes everything.
To understand the crash, you have to understand the takeoff. The premise was simple: quick bites. Hollywood-quality movies chopped into 10-minute chapters, designed to be watched on your phone while you waited for coffee or rode the subway. Jeffrey Katzenberg, the titan behind The Lion King and Shrek, believed that mobile video was just low-quality cat videos. He wanted to bring Steven Spielberg, Guillermo del Toro, and A-list celebrities to the small screen. The spending was astronomical. Quibi was paying up to $100,000 per minute of content. Shows like Golden Arm, where a woman literally gets a gold prosthetic arm, became symbols of this excess. It was old Hollywood throwing money at a new problem, assuming that cash equaled quality.
What is Quibi? I have no idea.
Is it even a word?
But the cracks appeared immediately. The technology, led by Meg Whitman, introduced a feature called Turnstile. You could rotate your phone, and the video would seamlessly switch between portrait and landscape. Ideally, it was a breakthrough. In reality, it was a gimmick. But the biggest mistake wasn't the screen rotation. It was the walls they built around the content. In 2020, the internet runs on sharing. Memes, screenshots, clips on Twitter. This is how shows like Tiger King became global phenomenons. But Quibi? They blocked screenshots. If you tried to share a moment, you get a black screen. They built a walled garden in the middle of a digital revolution. Nobody talked about Quibi shows because nobody could talk about Quibi shows. Then, the unthinkable happened. Just days after Quibi launched, the world shut down. The COVID-19 pandemic forced everyone inside. Quibi's leadership blamed the virus for their failure. They said, "Nobody is commuting, so nobody needs on-the-go video." But the data tells a different story. While Quibi flatlined, TikTok and Netflix saw the biggest growth spikes in their history. People were watching video, hours of it. They just weren't watching Quibi. Why? Because when you are stuck at home, you don't want to watch a movie on a 5-inch screen. You want to watch it on your TV. And Quibi didn't have a TV app.
I am telling you, this is absolutely the last time you will pull a stunt like this with me. We are done here. You understand me?
They had bet everything on the commute. And when the commute vanished, they had no backup plan. By October 2020, the game was over. Just 6 months after launch, Quibi announced it was shutting down. The library of content, which cost over $1 billion to produce,
When are we doing this again?
was eventually sold to Roku for pennies on the dollar. In a final twist of irony, these shows finally found an audience on the TV screens Quibi had originally ignored. Some of the actors even won Emmys for their performances. The content wasn't the problem. The delivery mechanism was. Quibi serves as a $2 billion cautionary tale. It proved that you cannot force a behavior change on the audience, no matter how much money you spend. They thought they could dictate the future, but in the digital age, the user is king. Innovation requires more than just capital. It requires listening. And in the deafening noise of their own hype, Quibi never heard the warning signs. Innovation is messy, it's risky, and sometimes it's just a blank screen.